Hey everyone! Welcome to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like, share, and turn on the post notifications so you never miss a new upload. From cold stares to warm embraces, Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo's enemies to lovers' journey. An untamed bond that no one expected. The entertainment industry is a whirlwind, a blend of glamour, chaos, and carefully curated personas. When Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan were announced as co-leads in the fantasy drama The Untamed, the internet exploded with excitement. Both stars had already earned attention in their respective lanes, Yibo with his stoic, cool-headed image and dance prowess, and Xiao Zhan with his soulful voice and soft charm. But what fans didn't know was that off-camera, the chemistry wasn't instant. The first encounter sparks that burned cold. The first time they met at a production meeting, the room was buzzing with energy except between the two of them. Xiao Zhan greeted everyone politely, his voice cheerful as usual. Wang Yibo, leaning back in his chair, nodded silently, barely making eye contact. There was no animosity yet, but there was distance. As rehearsals began, that distance became tension. Xiao Zhan, ever meticulous and emotional in his performances, found Yibo's laid-back, often unpredictable acting style frustrating. Yibo, on the other hand, thought Xiao Zhan tried too hard to please everyone. He seemed too polished, too safe. To Yibo, who lived by instinct and authenticity, that didn't sit well. On set, their scenes went smoothly, but only because both were professionals. Behind the scenes, they rarely spoke. They stayed in their corners. Crew members whispered, "There's no way these two are friends." Some even worried the drama's core chemistry might fall apart. But destiny had other plans. Storm changes everything. Halfway through filming, the cast and crew were faced with a grueling outdoor shoot, a critical, emotional scene between their characters Wei Wuxian and Lan Wangji. The sky was dark, the air thick, and rain was pouring. They shot the scene over and over again, pushing past exhaustion and cold. Then something unexpected happened. Xiao Zhan, overwhelmed by the intensity of the moment, burst into tears, not just as a character, but as himself. The weight of the role, the pressure, and the fatigue cracked something open inside him. He walked away from the set in silence, soaked to the bone, trying to hide the breakdown. Most people gave him space. Only one followed Wang Yibo. He didn't speak. He didn't ask what was wrong. He just handed Xiao Zhan his jacket and sat beside him quietly, watching the rain. For a long time, neither of them said a word. It was awkward, but it was real. And it changed everything. From that moment on, the air between them was different. Shifting dynamics, the slow burn begins. Little things started to happen. Yibo started bringing an extra coffee to set, never admitting it was for Xiao Zhan, but always placing it near him. Xiao Zhan began defending Yibo during script meetings, praising his instincts. They started teasing each other during breaks. Laughter replaced silence. Playful eye rolls replaced tension. Their chemistry, once forced for the cameras, became natural. Fans started to notice. So did interviewers. "You two seem close now," one reporter commented. Xiao Zhan smiled. "We've grown," he said carefully. Yibo added dryly, "He's finally tolerable." But their eyes told a different story, something warmer, deeper. Behind the curtain, private moments fans never saw. During late-night rehearsals, they began opening up. Yibo shared how lonely he felt growing up as a trainee, constantly chasing perfection. Xiao Zhan talked about how he never thought he was good enough to be a star, how he still battled self-doubt. One night, during a music shoot, Xiao Zhan sat down with his guitar and quietly played a song he'd written. Yibo, lying on the couch nearby, closed his eyes and listened. When the song ended, he looked at Xiao Zhan and said, "You're braver than you think." It was the first real compliment he had ever given him. And that night they didn't just part as co-stars. They parted as something more. The bond that couldn't be hidden. Even after The Untamed ended, the bond endured. They began attending events together, doing live streams, appearing in each other's behind-the-scenes footage. Every glance, every laugh, every subtle touch sent fans into a frenzy. And yet, They remained silent about their relationship. Whether it was friendship, bromance, or something deeper, neither confirmed nor denied. Because some stories don't need to be explained. They're written in the way one waits backstage for the other to finish performing. In how Yibo always adjusts Xiao Zhan's mic. In how Xiao Zhan looks at Yibo when he thinks no one's watching. Enemies, rivals, soulmates. Their journey wasn't perfect. It wasn't scripted. But that's what made it real. From tense silence to quiet understanding, from cold stares to warm embraces, they found something in each other they never expected. Peace. For Xiao Zhan, Yibo was the calm to his storm. For Yibo, Xiao Zhan was the warmth he never knew he needed. And though they may never publicly define what they are, their story continues to inspire fans around the world. Because sometimes, the best love stories begin with a spark of conflict and end in a fire of connection. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and comment. Hashtag Xiao Zhan, hashtag Wang Yibo, hashtag The Untamed, hashtag Wang Xian, hashtag Yibo Zhan, hashtag Enemies. To lovers, hashtag Chinese drama, hashtag BL drama, hashtag Asian celebrities, hashtag C-drama love story, hashtag K-drama vibes, hashtag Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, hashtag C-drama fandom, hashtag fanfiction edits, hashtag K-pop romance, hashtag drama edit.